Wondering what it costs to live in Enugu in 2025. We've been getting lots and lots of requests from people saying, oh, they want to relocate to Enugu, they want to stay in this beautiful city. A lot is happening here, and many people really want to know, what does it actually cost to live here? So today we're going to be sharing not just how much it costs to live here, but how much we literally spend living in Enugu.
Yes, guys, so I'm going to be sharing all of these updates with you guys. Renting, food, school fees, house runnings that has to do with water, DSTV, you know, water is peculiar to Enugu anyway, transportation as well. So all of these are going to be on this video. So if you are visiting us on our link TV for the very first time, you are welcome. Of course, we are your favorite travel family. Kindly do want to click on the subscribe button, also turn on notification bell so you get to know when we upload new videos. For returning subscribers, as always,
thank you so much.
We truly do appreciate your love for our channel. So do want to give us your honest review at the end of this video, and if you are based in Enugu, also share your experience and your thoughts with us in the comments section. So let's get right into the video.
So guys, talk about food. Yes, how much do we spend on food? Well,
food generally it's expensive everywhere. This is Nigeria, you know, so
it's expensive everywhere, but on an average, I think in our house, we're a family of 4, that's my husband, myself, and our 2 kids. We spend about 250,000. Now calm down, I know you might feel like that's a lot of money, but we actually spend up to that amount on food per month. Now if you look at it like this, you can say 100,000 to 150 for foodstuffs, but then when you have kids, there must be supply of beverages, Milo, milk, biscuits, cereals, and those things are so expensive. Fruits, like the kids go to school and they go with fruits every day. Do you know how much fruits are? By the time you put pen to paper, guy, you are spending up to 250,000 naira in a month on feeding. Though there are 1 or 2 things we do
just
to help reduce
cost per month. So we actually try to buy in bulk.
Yes.
You know, buy a full goat, just peel and put in the fridge,
3 to 4 months.
Buy tomato in bulk. So that is why you should follow our Lean vs Food channel. You see some of these updates on how we do some major buying and bulk buying on that channel. So basically those are some things you could do to also help shock absorb the cost. But then for a family of 4, for us, you know, it can be less depending on family, but we spend roughly that amount on food.
I think another thing we do is, since we travel a lot, anytime we go to a new location, we're always looking out for best deals.
The best deals
we can get. So if you are going to Calabar or Oro, you are looking out for fish. So most of the times in Enugu here, we don't even get to buy crayfish or dry fish and all of that, because we know
they are more expensive here. So we get them at those locations.
Things like plantain, yam, you can outsource them to help to just reduce the cost.
Oh, it's a major concern across Nigeria. For most cities, the rent is becoming extremely high. Enugu is not left out, of course. You know, before now the comparison was Enugu was too expensive in regards to renting, but I think it's obtainable. The amount is obtainable everywhere. Even in Delta, Edo, everywhere. So the prices are becoming almost the same. So for Enugu, the regular low-income area, you could still get a rent for 2 bedroom for 400, 450 thereabout. But for highbrow areas like New Haven, Independence Layout, Premium Layout, the minimum you can get is 800,000 for a 2-bedroom. It can be as high as much as you can think, but 800 is the minimum that you could get a 2-bedroom apartment.
Okay, so that's for a 2-bedroom. If you are looking to rent a self-contained, let me see, you know those apartments that just have a kitchen and toilets inside. If you are looking at highbrow areas like New Haven, Independence Layout, I think
you should just budget about 350. 350 should do 350. But this is the rent we are calling. You have to pay agency and all of those fees that comes with it. So that makes it extremely
something
high.
That makes rent very high.
Grand total. Like that house of 350, I might pay an agency fee and legal fee of about 200,000, even to 50,000. You know, so first entry fee will be up to 600 or more than, as the case may be. So with 350, you should want to get something decent around Independence Layout, around New Haven, basically.
Then if you are looking at maybe more exterior areas,
you could project the rate of 150, 200, depending on how clean the apartment is as well. Like Abakwa axis, MNA axis, Uwani axis, those kind
not
of
really
places.
the center of town.
Yeah.
Okay, for us personally, we pay for now. We are paying 700,000 for a year. That's
2 bed.
Yes, that's a 2-bedroom flat, and we must mention that this amount is actually one of the cheapest in our location
because of the landlord and because we've been there for a very long time.
Yes, we've been there for a very long time, over 7 to 8 years, right?
7 to 8 years.
We've been in the same apartment, and then because of the landlord and also, you can't just pick that figure. That is one of the most affordable in Premier Layout real estate.
Yeah.
So on an average 800, 900, you should get a very good apartment, 2-bedroom flat. And then you must also mention that amenities like water, all those
amenities
things
that comes with the apartment also determine
water,
the price
all
of the
those
apartment. Yeah. So another key interest for families relocating to Enugu is school fees. School fees is one major concern too. In Enugu, generally the schools around Enugu, I say they are more expensive than what you obtain in Benin or obtain somewhere else. I will tell you that for free. There are some good schools in Benin that their names are renowned. When you hear their fees and compared to what you are paying in Enugu, you keep wondering that why. So school fees in Enugu is kind of expensive, I would say, because an average school, just average within the corner, the minimum you see is 50k. Yeah, that's
just
the minimum.
like an average
that's the
school,
minimum
like
you see, 50k. So I don't know for government school. I haven't really many inquiries regarding government school, but these are private school we're talking about. So minimum you just see is 50k, and I think it is rare they even get the 50k basically. So for us, what do we do?
For us, we spend quite a lot on fees, and that's because of personal preference, what we really want, the age of our kids, because our kids are still below 5, so we just want extra care and all. But then we pay currently, because they've been increments too. Currently, we pay up to 300,000 naira for the 2 of them.
3 plus.
We pay up to 300,000 for the 2 of them. And trust me, guys, if you are calling most expensive schools in Enugu,
this is not among.
I don't think this is top 10. I don't think this is
among
top 10. If you are calling most expensive schools, so don't feel like, oh, they are the one that took their kids to the expensive school. No. It's just what we are looking for, all of that. But then this is what we pay as a family for our 2 kids. Let's look at house runnings.
This topic is very interesting because I told her you need to separate house running from food, because these are some buy things that she thinks she doesn't even know how it happens. She just knows these things happens in the house, but then there are cost to these things that I have to drag our attention that these things also cost that is piling
and
up.
if you put together, it sums up to something huge.
When you talk about house runnings, you talk about your DSTV, you talk about your lights. Now that almost everybody in Enugu is on band A, you talk about what's it called, water. You talk about internet. These are buy costs that just come outside of whatever you are spending. For me, I'm not a TV fan. We are more on our phone, go to YouTube or Netflix to watch movies, but then you still have to have the subscription because of the kids to watch cartoon once in a while or thereabouts. So you have to have a subscription. And I know the minimum subscription on DSTV is about 6,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we do.
Yeah, the minimum is about 6,000. And water in Enugu now, there are some areas that don't have running water. You have to rely on buying, especially some areas in Independence Layout. So you have to buy water all year round. And the minimum cost for water is about 15,000 naira for a 500 gallon tank.
Is it 500?
Yes, 500. Yeah, 750 is more expensive. 500 is about 15,000 naira. So that is also an additional cost to run per month. And sometimes you might even buy up to two of that in a month,
depending on number of persons
in your house and all of that. So in that cost as well, talking about internet is another thing altogether as well.
I think for us, we could just peg it as
Maybe
about
30K
for the two
Yeah,
of
for the
us.
two of us.
15, and you know we're always online, uploading on different platforms and all of that.
So and then there is SWAMA, cleaning
Sweeping.
cost, and all of those things. Those things are also there. So cleaning of the compound.
I think for the lights, we spend up to 30K.
Yeah, for lighting we spend up to 30K.
And mind you, we are not always in the house. And when we are stepping out of the house, you know, you turn off your bulb and all. It's just basically the freezer that is on 247. But then you still find yourself spending up to that amount. There's no AC safe for weekends.
Yeah.
So if you look at all this house running together, at the end of the day, you find out you're spending up to 80,000 naira.
100,000 naira, yeah.
Because internet 30, light 30, DSTV, water, and all of that, you're spending up to that amount. So lastly, let's look at transportation.
Yeah, that's another major issue
because
currently.
You have to move around.
Yeah, transportation is a major issue. You know, for transportation around Enugu, man, we just hope that the plans the governor have come into fruition very, very soon. Because so that the cost of transportation will be reduced within the state. But a minimum for a worker who goes to work, pick his kids, and just come back home, the minimum you will spend on transportation is about 40,000 naira. And if you are driving your personal, in a month, if you are driving a personal car, the minimum you might spend, for us, I think we spend up to 80, though outside of our travels, obviously, moving around within town.
We don't travel.
So just to pick kids from school, go to work, return back home, and all of that, we spend roughly about 80,000. We don't move around with the two cars every single day, so we just alternate and all of that. So basically, that is just the running cost. So what does that bring us to?
So I think if you are to share your our rentage of 700,000, if you are to share it monthly, if you are to just sum up the fees we pay in a year and you know just divide it into months, if you are to look at your feeding per month, house running per month, transportation per month, that brings us to about 550,000 naira per month.
Which might even be more than sometimes.
Where you see this money?
Which might even be more than sometimes.
500, over 500,000 per month. And the funny thing is that we're not even living, will I say, extra large, or maybe go out to eat out, have fun, party, do all of those things. We're a bit more conservative. So imagine if you are really into that kind of lifestyle. Well, this is what it costs to live in Enugu. Yes. There's going to be a difference here or there depending on your personality. It could be more, it could be less. But for us, as at now, this is what we spend per month living in Enugu.
So guys, thank you so much for joining us. I believe these prices varies across different cities in Nigeria. So thank you for joining us. If you're still watching till now and you are not yet a subscriber, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button. Also turn on notification bell so you get to know when we upload new videos. For returning subscribers, thank you so much. Like I said earlier, we're looking forward to your review, your comments in the comment section.
No, and if there's a particular video you want to see from us, make sure you let us know in the comment section. We'll be so excited to drop it. We have more videos coming. We're going to be talking about different things like job opportunities in Enugu, what we do for a living, how much we earn, how we're able to raise that amount you are seeing there. We'll have a lot of videos coming up and you don't want to miss out on any of them. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in our next video. Bye.